we're opening this door of exploration into ourselves, because self-love is when we come to this place of acceptance of all parts of ourselves. We come to this peace of honoring the light and the shadow within. We get so caught up in the judgments of the outward expressions. Hey beautiful, welcome to Naturally Empowered Living, your safe space to guiding you on your unapologetic self-awakening journey. This is your weekly sanctuary for waking up from autopilot and transforming the way you approach life through the power of meditation, energetics, and root cause therapy. It is my mission to help you heal unprocessed emotions and release stuck energies by alchemizing your struggle cycles into opportunities for deep self-love, awareness, trust, and connection, to return to your innate essence of being, stepping back into your energy of alignment. Because here, we honor all parts of ourselves, the messy and the magic, the shadows and the light, embodying all parts that make you, you. So if you are ready to get to the root of cultivating real change, get cozy, grab your journal and maybe favorite crystals, and let's discover our power within together. What is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Naturally Empowered Living podcast. We have Jace here with us today. He is doing a puzzle in my office next side to me. You want to say hi?
Hi.
You know what we're going to talk about today? Loving yourself.
Me.
Is that a good topic? What does it mean to you to love yourself? What does that mean to you?
Like...
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Like, don't say, mean things to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, do something fun with yourself.
Yeah, doing what you love.
Just like I'm doing a puzzle right now.
Yeah, you love puzzles. We just talked about that. What's something that you love to do so much that you lose track of time?
Do puzzles.
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, how you talk to yourself matters. Just how you talk to other people matters. What you focus on expands. Bringing Mama's cliche love, or my love for cliche quotes back. I always say cliche quotes, don't I? Yeah. I love me some quotes. How you talk to yourself matters. What you focus on expands. Put good things in your head because that's what you're going to think about. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today, Jay.
You're welcome.
You can go back to do your puzzle or stay here. It doesn't matter.
Stay here.
But yeah, I mean, this is what we're talking about today is self-love beyond the buzzword, beyond probably what you see on social media, or I feel like it's this trend, the past years. I feel like when I first started, after I had you inspired this whole business, you know that? Mm-hmm. I kept going back to self-love. I need to focus on loving myself, self-love. And it was something deeper, and I'm sure most of us have struggled with loving ourselves at some point in time. And I kept grasping onto that concept. I would come in, from a business standpoint, I kept coming back to it. And I was like, it's so cliche though. It's such a buzzword. There's something more to it, but self-love is the best way that I could describe it. So this is what we're going to dissect a little bit today, is what it means to really honor yourself, to balance the light and the darkness within, to create a peace within. Because what I said, I've struggled with loving myself. I have struggled with self-worth. I have struggled with not feeling good enough. I have struggled with a lot of hard things throughout my life. And coming to a place of confidence and having that inner peace, and especially since becoming a mom, of course we want to model that, right? To our children. That's, if anything, is a good mirror or a good motivator for you to set the example first. It's, you want your kids to love themselves. You want them to have that inner confidence, that inner trust. Gosh, we pray on that every day before school and after school, to have that confidence, to have that inner trust. When you are put in difficult situations within your life, to not give in to the peer pressure, to trust yourself, to always come back to it. Always come back to that inner self-love. Always coming back to it. Just loving yourself. But how? Like, okay, how do I love myself? When you have done things that you have maybe regret, or you have triggers that you're not proud of, or you have reacted or done a certain thing, that you're not proud of, or you don't like the way that you look in the mirror, or how the F am I supposed to just love myself? Like, I am so glad that you're here, because on this show, we don't do surface level anything. Like, we get to that root, we get into the depth, we get to the why, the how, the root of it all. From a foundational standpoint, we're always diving into that, dissecting that to really help you get to that foundational standpoint for yourself, to create that lasting change, that transformation, that alchemy within yourself. So how can we come back to loving ourselves? Like, what this really means through the crap, through the mud, through, the hard times that I'm feeling like it's really hard to honor this right now, or it's really hard to accept what I'm going through right now, to honor oneself, like all parts of yourself, all pieces that make you you, all pieces, Jace, that make you Jace, all pieces that make me me, even the jealous parts, even the angry parts, even the parts that we're not proud of. And trusting ourselves, connecting to that inner knowing, connecting to that inner guidance, to let that discernment be clear to guide us. Like, that is the foundation to everything. That inner self-love, that inner self-trust, that inner self-connection. So self-love beyond the buzzword, like what this means, or how, right? I have 4 quick, step-by-step, quick things for you to take away. Take what resonates with you for when you're struggling, or maybe anytime. Like, what does it mean to love myself? How can I do this? Number 1 is tuning into and connecting with how you're actually feeling, good or bad. How are you actually doing? Take the mask off. Take the surface level "I'm fine" away from your vocabulary. How are you actually feeling? How are you actually doing? If you're able to take 5 minutes to shut your eyes, to connect to your body, where are you feeling tension? Where are you feeling the anxiety? Where are you feeling the anger? Where are you feeling the sadness, the regret? Or maybe you're feeling amazing, and that's awesome. What is it? What is it that you are in your energy of alignment? What are you doing? How does it feel? What are you doing with your work, within your life? Like, what season of life are you in? Take note of that too. If you are finding yourself in your energy of alignment, if you have this unshakable self-love for yourself, make note of that too. Like, what is it that you're feeling? What is it that you're doing? Because when you do fall back out, or when you are having a struggling season or struggling time within your life, you could remember, like, I was taking 10 minutes to myself to meditate every morning. I was actually going for walks during my lunch break, or I was calling, a loved one on my commute to work every day, or I was having conversations with myself, or I was journaling again, or whatever that might be, whatever it is for you that makes you feel good. And if you're not feeling good, to connect with that. Like, why am I not feeling good? Really allow yourself to communicate with yourself. And this kind of leads me to number 2 is, what's the emotion behind the emotion? If you're feeling anger, I'm pretty certain there's another emotion possibly behind that emotion of anger, because the anger might be that protective mechanism that is that reactive trigger that comes out because it's protecting a suppressed sadness, or a suppressed anxiety, or abandonment, or feeling of alone, or whatever that other emotion might be. This is a big one. And this is something, it's almost to just explore that curiosity of. I had a root cause therapy session last week, and we really dove into just this exploration of it, not in the actual healing part. Root cause therapy sessions, it's really neat how they're twofold. They're broken up into 2 different sections, and the first half of a session together is like that exploration. We talk, we discuss, but we do some subconscious exercises to kind of, get the subconscious, coming in that first section. And then the healing part is when we really tap into the subconscious. But it's just a beautiful exploration practice to bring the awareness and the intention to get curious. If I'm feeling outwardly angry, or outwardly aggressive, or I'm yelling, or, whatever that big emotion might be, what's the emotion behind that emotion? Allow yourself that time, that space, that connection. And just ask yourself, without judgment, without comparison. Number 3, and this is another big one, another beautiful area to explore and get curious about without judgment, is how we see or what we view or what we possibly have opinions of or are jealous over or don't like about someone. Place that mirror back onto yourself. Maybe what you don't like is in someone else is something that you've suppressed within yourself, or something that you don't like about yourself and that you're aware of it. You might be aware of it, you may not be aware of it. But again, allow yourself that curiosity, because with the curiosity comes that exploration to open up a conversation, to open up maybe the awareness, or to open up a possibility or an opportunity to heal that part. But we have to come to a place of awareness and honoring without judgment or comparison, and then potentially doing the work to then come to the acceptance. The acceptance might not be there in the beginning, and that is okay. The awareness is what is important. Number 4 this is a quote by Gabor Mate. I've looked up to him so much over the past couple of years, just his teachings, his work. He is a lot, he was referenced a lot in my root cause therapy certification. He has a quote. You may or may not have heard it. I know I've said it on this show before, but he says, "It's not the addiction, but why the pain?" And this is kind of like that emotion behind the emotion, a little bit of that context. And he says this, and I just think it got so easily ingrained. Like, it was immediately like I latched onto that quote because I felt it so deeply on many levels. I feel you can insert any word here and replace that addiction. If you're not struggling with addiction or vices or coping mechanisms, you could say, it's not the outburst, but why the pain? It's not the trigger, but why the pain? We're opening this door of exploration into ourselves, because self-love is when we come to this place of acceptance of all parts of ourselves. We come to this piece of honoring the light and the shadow within. We get so caught up in the judgments of the outward expressions or the reaction or the circumstance that we fail to start at that awareness piece, at the awareness of why. Connecting to yourself in the first place to get to the root of why you're feeling the way you're feeling, or expressing the way that you're expressing, or being triggered by the circumstance in the first place, which then leads to either suppressing or creating some sort of protective mechanism, or creating that which leads to that trigger and acting out in a certain way, which makes us possibly not love that part of ourselves, and that vicious cycle spiral continues. So when we allow the awareness to come in, when we allow the curiosity in, when we give ourselves the space to actually feel and possibly practice what I just said above, tuning in and connecting with how you're actually feeling or doing, finding the emotion behind the emotion, learning and exploring, putting that mirror back on ourselves of what we judge or have an opinions over about other people. We can shift our perspectives, create the space and safety and openness for acceptance and honoring and being. And if you're in a space of, you're like, this seems like I can't get here. I don't know how to get here. Start with the awareness. Start with working on creating that safety within your body to simply be open and begin to learn, what are these emotions that I'm feeling? What are these things that I don't love about myself? And then allow that curiosity in, but the safety and the awareness and openness is crucial. It is a foundational step. And loving yourself is a natural byproduct, because love is the truth of who we are. And if this feels like something that you're ready to get curious about, or I want this for myself and I don't know how to start, what you're saying resonates, or I want to expand on this more, what are you saying? I want to get into this even more. I'm going to link my page. I'm going to link my page below with a few different options for you based on where you're at in your journey. If you feel unsure, if you are ready to jump right in, you could book a free clarity call with me. You can jump right in. We can explore what avenue is best aligned and feels good to you. Because we all deserve to love ourselves, to find that space of love for ourselves. Because love is the truth of who we are. Until next week, my friends, as always, simply be you.
You have everything inside you to learn your energy of alignment and be unapologetic in who you are. I'm sending my love and light.
We are sending our love and light.
Did you find this episode freeing or empowering? Please read my review. Tickle, boop.
Thank you for spending this sacred time with me on Naturally Empowered Living. If this episode brought you closer to stepping into your energy of alignment, I'd love for you to leave a written review and share how this show has supported your journey. Your feedback truly lights me up and helps others find the space of transformation. And sharing it with someone who might need it spreads the ripple of healing even further. Be sure to check the show notes for ways to connect with me and explore personalized healing sessions and mentorships to deepen your self-awakening journey. Thank you. I appreciate all you are and all you do.